and hello, and thank you so much for tuning in. And if you're new, welcome to my channel. My name is Preeti Rao and I am both a real estate and a mortgage broker for close to 20 years. Today, we're going to talk about what not to do when you're about to sell your home, what types of investments you should put into the home, and what you should absolutely avoid. But first, you know the drill. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, tap the bell icon. It gets me motivated to keep you up to date with everything real estate. So a few days ago, I went to meet an existing client who was considering selling a home, and she was like, I'm thinking of putting a pool in the backyard or maybe a hot tub. Buyers love that. Do you think it's a good investment? And my answer is always going to be no. Because with these large investments, you are not going to get your money back. Pools have to be dug really deep and have concrete to support them, and that's expensive. Now, if you plan on staying in the house for like 10 years or 12 years or even more, and you want to raise kids with a pool, then great, make that investment. But understand this, when it's time to sell, and if an appraiser comes out to your house, they're going to say, hey, the neighbor next door sold for X amount of dollars without a pool. I'll give you maybe a few $1,000s more for that pool. And you've probably put in way more than that. I'm not gonna make that recommendation to anybody. Now, if you're planning on selling your home pretty quickly, is investing in a kitchen a good idea? What I mean by that is totally gutting down your entire kitchen, realigning the island, or changing the electrical outlet's location, or even the oven replacement. Basically redoing the full kitchen. And that could cost you a good chunk of change. Demolishing the kitchen and starting over, not my suggestion. What I would recommend though is just a little bit of an update. So maybe paint the cabinets, make changes to the knobs, maybe redo some of the faucets, declutter the area that's under the sink so buyers can actually see the space. Things like that. Just, a slight facelift, but you should not gut the whole kitchen out or put a brand new kitchen. You are not going to get your return on your investment. Another area homeowners love to spend tons of money in, the bathroom. Again, I'm not going to recommend that you gut the entire bathroom and throw a ton of money at it. Just give it a slight facelift like how you would do in the kitchen. If you want to put some money into your bathroom, maybe work with what you have. Redo the floors only if you need to. Do some light accents, some pretty outlets. Just make it look nice. Make it look tidy. And of course, paint the walls. It always does wonders. Next, sellers want to do is replace their doors. And I'm going to tell you that most buyers out there don't care that much about doors. But if you're going to sell your house and you have doors that look a little, not so up to date, I would recommend painting them and just changing out the hardware on the door itself. That really makes a big difference and it saves you a lot of money. Next, the homeowners always think about the roof. If you have an old and aging roof, don't want to replace it. You are never going to get the return on your investment. What I would recommend is hiring a roof specialist who can certify that it's in good working condition, that there are no leaks. You might have to pay some money for some replacements in some areas of your roof. But the nice thing is that when the home inspector comes in, you can show them the certification. Just make sure that your roof is in good working condition. The next big fix, windows. I'm going to recommend that if you have a broken window or one that's leaking, then yes, by all means, please fix it. But don't spend a whole lot of money on windows with those super fancy manufacturers, especially if you're going to sell. Just make sure that they're in good working order. That's it. Now, lately, there are a lot of older properties coming up in the market. And in some of these older properties, the furnace doesn't work as well as it should. So I would highly recommend that you replace it. Now, again, I am not saying to go get a fancy model. You just need to make sure that the furnace is in a working condition. That's it. The same applies to your air conditioning. I would recommend having an HVAC specialist come out to the property, especially if it's an older property, to inspect and to make sure that the air conditioning and the furnace are all in good condition. If it's not, and the specialist says, hey, listen, I can't give you a clean bill of health on this, then buy a new one or a refurbished model, a slightly used model. All you need to be aware of that it will last for a few years. So my final tip of the whole video, the things that will actually give you the biggest return on your investment. The number one thing I can recommend, and I always recommend to all my sellers, paint the whole house and paint it in the color of the year. Now this year, or for the past few years, most of the paint manufacturers, they're using the color white. It's kind of a creamy, soft white. So I would always choose the same color throughout the entire house. It should be very neutral as possible. No yellows, reds, purples, or magenta. Next, I'm going to recommend that you invest in a cleaning service for the entire property, especially the windows. Those windows need to be clean and they have to be see-through. Believe me, clean windows makes a big difference. Then if you have wallpaper, Granny's floral print that has been there on the wall for 20 years and it's kind of yellowing, you need to take that off. It is time consuming, it is a pain in the neck to do so, but you will get big return on your investments if you take that wallpaper out completely and just paint those walls. So if you do have interest in selling your home and you are in my area, you know who to contact. And if you still don't know who I am, please go check out my rating on Google and read all my client reviews. Till then, take care. And if you found value and liked this video and would like to see more content, click on the boxes on the screen. Once again, my name is Preeti Rao. My contact information is in the description box below. Make sure to hit like, share, subscribe, and the bell icon so you don't miss any future videos. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to call me because I hold the key that opens the door to your dream home.